Well, hello, all of you who are watching on YouTube. It is the Fed League Flash for Friday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you who share in the Irish heritage. And yes, I am Irish too. Seriously. Anyway, rather than look at my ugly mug today, I'm going to use some really chintzy visual aids, kind of like the hockey guy, but even cheesier. So here we go. All right. We are running through this weekend's games, and you'll have to excuse me. Hey, I promised you it was going to be cheesy. So, yes, this is everything coming up for this weekend. Delaware taking on Port Huron Friday and Saturday. Delaware, of course, only 5 wins, 17 points. Fifth in the Empire Division. Port Huron fourth in the Continental Division. 23, 20, and 3 for 70 points. As you can see over here, I've got current streak, goals scored per game, differential, power play numbers, penalty kill numbers, and the last 10. Okay, so yeah, the glaring number there for Delaware, 117 in the hole with goal differential. Port Huron playing a little more even, but still giving up more goals than they've scored. And the big numbers here, besides that goal differential number, is Delaware. They have been last in the Fed all year as far as penalty kill numbers go. Port Huron struggling as well, 9th in penalty kills. So if either team gets a bunch of power play opportunities, could be a high-scoring weekend. As you can see in the previous meetings, the two teams split. Delaware won the first game, Port Huron the rematch. Top scorer for Delaware, Denis Gavrov, 43 points. And Dalton J., 28 goals, 59 points. These are the goaltenders I expect to play. Spencer Kozlowski and Wyatt Hofflin. You see their numbers there. My prediction is that the teams are going to split. Now, Port Huron's magic number is 9, so they are looking to get a little bit closer to securing that final playoff spot. Next, we have a big 3-game series between Mississippi and the River Dragons of Columbus. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There'll be the late game on Sunday, 4:30 start time. As you can see, Mississippi, 5 games in a row they've won. They've been playing pretty hot lately. They've upped their goals scored per game. Obviously, Columbus has the advantage there. And in goal differential, they're pretty much opposite sides of the coin. All right. The penalty kill, whereas Mississippi has struggled all year, they have been better as of late. Columbus still number 1 in the league with their kill percentage. They've been up there at number 1 or number 2 all year round. Last 10, Mississippi has been 6-3-1. Columbus 6-2-2. Yaro Yevdokimov, my favorite name in the Fed. He leads the league with 45 goals scored and is second with 79 points. Jacob Kelly leading the way for the River Dragons. And goalies, I expect Anthony Deloisio to get the start in net for Mississippi. He has been a big find ever since he signed on a couple weeks ago. 5-0-1. And the .357 goals against average, not too bad for a new guy. Brandon Colgan, of course, is the gold standard as far as goaltenders, or one of the gold standards with goaltenders in the league. 17-5-2, 6 shutouts, .229 on the goals against average, and a .919 save percentage. I think Mississippi is going to pull one out of the hat. I don't think it's going to be a sweep for the River Dragons. Now, as you can see, they've played each other 12 times, and Columbus has won 10 of those contests. Matter of fact, they've won the last 10 of the contests. Mississippi got off to a pretty good start and took the first 2 games. But I don't know. I think Mississippi can actually pull one out of the hat, and yeah, we'll see. All right, for our next game, Danbury and Watertown playing a home and home. I'm holding this because, yeah, it's cheesy. Anyway, Friday the game is in Watertown. Saturday in Danbury. Danbury has that 8-game win streak. One of the 2 hottest teams in the league. Watertown has lost 2 in a row. As you can see, Watertown has a hard time scoring, only getting 3.1 goals per game. Differential is pretty plain there. This floors me. Danbury 9th in the league in power play percentage, only 16.4%. They have struggled all year round, and with all the offensive talent they have, you have Ruiz, Kuznetsov, you've had Jasseau, you've had Richards, you've had a multitude of offensive wealth, and they just can't figure it out on the power play. Unfortunately, Watertown, they haven't figured it out either. They're only clicking at 13.4%. So both teams tied for third, along with Binghamton at that 82.3 rate on the penalty kill. And in the last 10, Danbury 8-2, Watertown 4-2, playing at an even keel. 8 games played so far, and Danbury has won 5, including the last 3. Watertown plays much better at home. Now, 7 of the 8 contests have been in Watertown. This is one of those unbalanced schedule type things. So, the bulk of the games have been in the Great North. Leading scorer, Johnny Ruiz, leading the team with 49 points despite missing 3 or almost 4 weeks with a shoulder injury. Parker Mescal leading the way for the Wolves, 66 points. I expect Brian Wilson to get both starts. He's leading the league in wins and in save percentage, 24 wins. And Owen Liskovitz for the Wolves, he's 9-14-0, a 383 goals against, and 895 save percentage. I think Watertown will take the game at home in overtime. I don't think Danbury's going to sweep. And Watertown's magic number is down to 4, so if they can get that overtime win, well, that'll chip it down to 2. We will wait and see what happens. All right. Another home-and-home series between the Binghamton Black Bears and the Elmira Mammoth. Black Bears are second, Elmira 4th in the Empire Division. You see their records listed up at top. Elmira 44 points, still holding that last playoff spot over Delaware. Binghamton has lost 2 straight, still scoring a healthy 4.8%, although that's 4.8 goals per game, but that's way down compared to where it was about 4 weeks ago. Elmira just hasn't figured out how to get the biscuit in the basket. 2.9 goals per game, that's the lowest in the Fed. And Binghamton clicking on all cylinders with the power play, and both teams doing pretty well on the kill. In the last 10, both teams have been struggling as of late, both going to 6-2. Binghamton has taken 5 of the 6 games, and 5 of the 6 have been in Elmira. Elmira did get the 1 win, the last second win, 24 seconds left. Chris Hunt scores to finally give Elmira their first victory over the Black Bears. Leading scorer for the Black Bears on the active roster is Tyson Kirkby with 51 points. Tyler Jurich is still not cleared the return, so he's going to be missing some more time. Not really sure on the time frame when he'll be back. Tate Leeson leads the way for the Mammoth, and I expect Riley McVeigh to play at least one of the 2 games. He, of course, is 12-7-3. 325 goals against. Thomas Proudlock is one of 3 goaltenders in Elmira's pen. I expect him to get a start, at least one. 4-8-2, and 367 is goals against. I think, though, Binghamton's going to end up sweeping, although Elmira, I expect one game to go tonight. I expect that game to go to overtime, so we'll give Elmira a point. Binghamton getting 5 out of 6. And Elmira's magic number is sitting at 10 right now to solidify that final playoff spot. All right, on we go to Motor City taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds. You know what? Bear with me a second. All right, there we go. That's a little better. Another 3-game set, and this promises to be a very tough series. As you can see, Motor City is very close to solidifying their playoff berth. Carolina, one of the second of the 2 hottest teams in the Fed right now. Carolina has won 3 in a row. They're scoring at an amazing clip, 5.3 goals per game, and both teams doing well as far as keeping the puck out of their own net while scoring enough to be victorious the majority of the time. Both power play units are very, very good. Motor City's lacking a little bit in the kill rate, but Carolina, they're still number 2, and it's amazing. An 86.8% rate is second in the league. That's just incredible to me. So both teams pretty good in their last 10 games. In the previous head-to-head matchups, they've split 4 games. All those games were played in Motor City, so here's 3 in Carolina. And we'll see how that turns out. Carolina is a much tougher opponent at home. Scott Koash leading the way for the Rockers with 30 goals and 50 points. Gus Ford, of course, leading all scorers, 38 goals, 95 points. I expect these 2 goaltenders to play all 3 games. Trevor Babin, 15, 11, and 4 with a 3.12 goals against. Mario Cavalier, I have him highlighted because he's been playing lights out over his last dozen games or so. He was good before, but he's just been great as of late. 25 and 1 with a 3 goals against. And I am predicting a close win by Motor City in 1 game, Carolina taking 2. Now, if that happens, there's a good chance that by the end of Sunday night, Carolina could be sitting in first place in the Continental Division. Motor City's magic number is down to 3, so if they can get themselves 1 win, they will indeed punch their ticket to the playoffs. And the final game for the weekend is a makeup game between the Black Bears and the Watertown Wolves, which was originally slated for December 27th. That will be a 2 o'clock start on Sunday. We've already gone over numbers. Head-to-head, Binghamton has taken 6 of 7. 5 of those games have been in the Veterans Memorial Arena, and that's where this game is being played as well. All right, player to watch on both sides. Chad Lopez has only been with the Binghamton Black Bears for about 18 games, but he's got 11 goals and 27 points. Elijah Wilson, he's very underrated. He's very sneaky. And he can score from time to time, giving his team a boost. 14 goals, 35 points. I expect these to be the goaltenders. I am looking at Taylor Joseph to start for the Black Bears. And Ismail Ralston, he is a new signee by the Wolves. I expect him to get his pro debut. No record, obviously. He is formerly a goaltender at King's College from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. And my prediction is that the Black Bears end up winning this game. So there we go. That is the weekend in a nutshell. And I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Let me know your picks and predictions down in the comments below. Make sure to hit like and hit subscribe. And remember, we will be back here again tomorrow with a recap of Friday night's games. In the meantime, take care. God bless. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll catch you next time. This is Gary Ryan for the Fed League Flash.